Hey everyone, welcome to the Arbor Sports Channel with your boy Arbor talking your Commanders, baby. I hope everyone is doing well. Please like and subscribe. And thank you for the people who recently subscribed to my channel. I really do appreciate you guys, and I'm nothing without you guys. Let's move that to the side right now. Let's talk about those stinking ass Commanders. And if you don't like profanity, I suggest you stop watching this video right now, because I'm going to bring a lot of passion right here. First, I want to start off with Ron Rivera, and I'm going to get back to you. Ron Rivera, you stink as a head coach. That's right, I said it. I said it. You stink as a head coach. Jack Del Rio, you're awful as a defensive coordinator. You don't adjust. You don't blitz. You allow the team's number one wide receiver to run roughshod against your defense. Week in and week out, you allow the team's best players to destroy our defense. What type of coaching, what type of schemes do you have, my brother? What are you doing, Jack Del Rio? Nobody seems to be intimidated nor fooled by your defensive play caller. Everyone seems to have a beat on your play caller, from the elite teams to the worst of worst, the Chicago Bears. 0-14 in their last 14 games. Haven't won a game since last October. And who do they get right against? The fucking Commanders. The goddamn it awful, dreadful fucking Commanders. I was so high on you guys early on in the year. I was egging the fans on to support you and blah, 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 and this, that, and the fourth. How we should stand behind the team and get behind the team and cheer the team on and show up at FedEx Field and all this other good stuff I was spewing out my mouth. I was bragging on Emmanuel Forbes, talking about Emmanuel Forbes was the best thing since sliced cheese. The defensive line, I said we got the best defensive line in football. That's a fucking lie. I was raving on you guys, raving on that secondary. That secondary got torched. 4 straight games, that secondary got torched. The Cardinals, they didn't have no wide receiver. That was the only reason why they didn't torch us. But they should have won that game. We should be fucking 0-5. Russell Wilson and the Denver Broncos was too stupid to finish us off. They had us reeling in that game. You know, Buffalo pretty much said this is who the Commanders are. When Buffalo beat us, that wasn't because that was simply Buffalo just saying this is who you guys are. And the guy that fucking picked us to go 5-12, he's a fucking genius. He's a fucking genius. We might not, the way our defense playing, the offensive line can't block a lick. We might not win another fucking game. Real talk. We may not win another game. And this is real talk, real spill. We may not win another game. This is how pathetic we are. I see a lot of people saying Sam Howell is putrid. He holds the ball entirely too long. But even the commentator said in the game, he's gotten rid of the ball a lot quicker this game. You know, he has improved in that Philly game and this game. Sam Howell has been improving. The first 3 games, he was holding that ball, man, holding it. You know, but it seemed like the last 2 games, he's gotten rid of it. And, you know, he's a young player, man. He's still trying to, you know, decipher the defense. He's still trying to get this. See, what people fail to realize, this is just his 6th NFL game. I hear people going on Sam Howell and keep saying this. I'm not making excuses for Sam Howell. I still believe in Sam Howell. I believe that he's our franchise quarterback. Give the guy a season. Why don't you? You know, it's not like he's throwing interceptions all over the field. Yeah, he had that one throw-up game against the Buffalo Bills. I give you guys that. He had that one throw-up game. But you go in the Cardinals game, he brought us back. You go in the Denver game, he brought us back. You know, the Philadelphia game, he almost brought us back for a win. You know what I'm saying? This game right here, if it wasn't for Logan Thomas fumbling the ball, you got a missed field goal by Sly, who they should cut immediately. And I said that way back in the preseason and the goddamn training camp. He shouldn't even be on this team right now. Why is this guy still on our team? This guy is one of the worst kickers I ever seen in my life. When we need him, he misses it. Every single time. Why is he still here, Ron? And your offensive lineman that you bring in, instead of you signing big-time offensive linemen, all you doing is plugging in guys. You're going to bring ericbieniemy. You're going to get this too for bringing in Wiley. This guy is god-awful. God-awful. Mahomes and the rest of that offensive line was able to hide him. And y'all was able to scheme because they had to respect that offensive system that you guys had. They had to respect Mahomes and Kelsey. And that's another thing. We don't have any fucking stars on our team. Someone that other teams fear. You know, Terry McLaurin, look, he's been great in the past, but he hasn't been that guy this year. He just hasn't. I don't know if it's the offensive scheme. I don't know if it's the quarterback. I don't know, but Terry McLaurin is not scaring anybody. And fucking Jahan Dotson, you had a good, solid rookie season last year. But I'm about to put a fucking APB out on you, my brother. Where have you been? Where have you been? It's like you're not even getting open. It's like everybody is on to you now. So now you got to go in your bag and you got to reinvent yourself. You got to do something different because everybody is on to you. You know, Curtis Samuel, you're hit and miss. And people keep saying we have a talented team. Okay, that may be true. But is our team really good, though? I mean, you can have talent, but the team don't mount to be good always. NBA, I've seen a lot of NBA teams had a bunch of talent, but they wasn't good. So they had players branch off and to go somewhere else individually and be their own stars. You know, I remember the Philadelphia Eagles loaded their team up when they had Vince Young at the quarterback, had all the talent in the world, but couldn't amount to be shit. And I think that's what's happening here. For one, we don't have a good head coach. We just don't. Ron Rivera, he came in and changed the culture. You know, everybody announces him as the leader of men. Yeah, he can lead, but he's a shitty ass head coach. He really is. And you just look at his record, his track record speaks for itself. I've been said this. Ron Rivera's track record speaks for itself. He had that 1-15-1 season that and they went to the Super Bowl. You know, he lucked up on Cam Newton. Well, I ain't gonna say lucked up. That was the first pick or the second pick in the draft. So yeah, of course, that was a no-brainer. You know, Steve Smith. He had Steve Smith. He had Luke Kuechly. I think he had Julius Peppers. He had the linebacker that we had for a spell here. He had him. I mean, he had some pieces, and he had the guy that scorched the shit out of us last night. He had that guy. I mean, okay, these guys are good wide receivers, but we making these guys look like Randy Moss and Jerry Rice out there, man. Torrey Houghton, Isaac Bruce, Lynn Swann. We making those guys look like elite superstar Hall of Fame players. And I say that to say they made DJ Moore looking like a Hall of Famer last night. They really did. And nothing against DJ Moore, but the Commanders made you look like a Hall of Famer last night, man. Emmanuel Forbes. What the hell is you doing out there, brother? I remember in that Philly game, you looked at lackluster when you was trying to run down, whatchamacallit. You was trying to run him down after he caught the ball on you, and you was trying to run him down, and you stopped running. I seen that, and I try to ignore that, But now I'm starting to put everything in perspective. You're very lackluster, you know. You run your mouth. You got the swag. You got the look. But you don't have the play on the field that we need from you. We need you to be fucking elite. We drafted you high. We need you to play like that. Now everybody's going to be saying, oh, we should have took Gonzalez. And rightfully fucking so. If they say that, they deserve to say that. They have a right to say that now. Because you shown absolutely nothing. I mean, it's one thing to get beat here and there. But these guys are torturing you, man. I mean, torturing you. And it's not even fucking close. You know, and Kendall Fuller on that last touchdown he gave up, he was going for a play. If you look at the instant replay, his hands was right there. Actually, it tipped the ball right into Moore's hand. And from there, Moore just turned around. That was it. But Emmanuel Forbes, you need to sit. Danny Johnson came in the game and he looked 10 times better than you. And that's saying a lot because Danny Johnson is a third string on most teams or just a straight up special teamer. And on some teams, he's not even on the team. So that's saying a lot about you, Emmanuel Forbes. You got a lot to work on. A lot. You're looking more like a 5th, 6th round pick. Not even a 1st round pick. And I was very high on you because of all the interceptions that you had in college, the 6 picks. You know, and that takes a lot of skill to do that. But I got to reel myself back in. Say it's college football, the amateur level. It's not the professional ranks. Where you're going up against the best of the best every single week. And it's looking like you don't even belong, man. It's looking like you don't even belong in the NFL right now. The way you have been playing, you have the talent, but you got to want to do this. You got to pay attention to detail. You got to do film study. You got to work on the honing on your techniques. It's not about talent right now because you got the speed, but you can't even keep up with these guys. These guys hitting you with comebacks, slants, seam routes, streak routes, post route. I mean, they hitting the whole route tree on you, brother. It's like you never even watch game film on the routes of wide receivers. It's like you was just freelancing in college, just playing. Not even worrying about what the routes, concepts. You know, you probably talk a good game to get drafted, but you're not showing it on the field. Nowhere near it. And Jack Del Rio is not helping you. Your secondary coach is not helping you at all. I can tell just by looking at you on the field. They're not helping you. So, with that being said, you remain benched. And I said that if you guys go back to some of my videos and early on, I said they shouldn't start him. They should start him off slow. But Jack Del Rio, so high on Emmanuel Forbes, he wanted to just thrust him out there and put him on the team's best wide receiver. That's a sign of disrespect. These elite wide receivers, oh, y'all gonna put, just like, I can't think of the guy's name right now, Philadelphia wide receiver. But he said they had they had the Rook follow me around. I was surprised they had the Rook everywhere I go, everywhere I went, he went. And that's like a slap in the face. Like, y'all really gonna put this rookie on me? Like, y'all gonna put the rookie on me? Y'all ain't gonna put St. Juice or Fuller on me? Y'all gonna put the rookie on me? Oh, all right, I got y'all. Hold fast, I got you. I'm gonna make y'all regret that y'all ever put this rookie on me. Y'all think this rookie gonna lock me down? Okay, all right. He ain't Sauce Walker. Let's get that overstood. He ain't Sauce Walker by far. So yeah. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, that's a slap in the face, man. That is a slap in the face. For them to put a rookie on the team's best wideout considerably. I would be AJ Brown. I had to dig it up. And Devontae Smith, he probably like, shit, y'all better not put him on me. I'm going to eat his ass up too. So, I mean, Jack Del Rio got to be smart as a defensive coordinator. Once you saw him get destroyed by AJ Brown, you should have been like, okay, let me protect this rookie. No, you didn't do that. Instead, you threw him right back out there against DJ Moore. DJ Moore is no slouch. He ain't the greatest, but he's not a slouch. And so he's like, okay, you gonna put him on me too? Oh, okay, all right. And see, these guys looking at their chops. They're not gonna come out and say it in the press conference. Oh, I can't wait till he put that rookie on me. They're gonna say all the things. I see that young rookie. He's been playing well. They're gonna say all the political things. That's what they're gonna say. That's what they get paid to say. They're not gonna say, oh, he's total trash. I want them to put him on me. I'm a dog. I mean, they're not gonna say that because they wouldn't have the advantage. You're gonna say all the right things so the team can go ahead, put him out there. They just, ooh, I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? Instead, they're gonna be like, man, it's gonna be a really tough game. It's a tough matchup, man. I got the Emmanuel Forbes. He led the college in the interceptions and this, that, and the four. I'm gonna have my work cut out for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try my best and see where it goes. That's what the political thing to say. But all the while in the back of your head, man, I'm gonna torch this young man. I'm gonna tear his ass up. The Commanders don't even know what the fuck about to go on right now. And Justin Fields, and I didn't forget about Justin Fields. Justin Fields. They allowed Justin Turnover Fields to look like Randall Cunningham out there, man. Michael Vickish out there, man. And who was this running back Chicago had that was terrorizing us also? It was like, man, take your pick, man. Take your pick. We couldn't even get pressure on this guy like that consistently, man. I mean, we got all these first rounders on our team. And I was listening to the Junkies. They said we had 6 first rounders. So I'm assuming that they talking about Jamin Davis, Forbes, and the defensive line. So you got 6 first rounders on your team. And you mean to tell me your first round cornerback is looking like a 7th round cornerback? Your 2 defensive ends is in a contract year, and in 5 games they probably got a sack total of combined about maybe 6.5, 7 in 5 games combined together. And then Deron Payne and Allen, we supposed to be strong up the middle. That's supposed to be the heart of the defense. Them 2 D tackles, right? So that means Chase Young and Montez Sweat should be lighting the league up in sacks right now because of those 2 defensive tackles that we have that's supposed to be so quote unquote dominant. Or although I give them their credit, they show spurts of dominance. Don't get it twisted. They do show spurts of dominance, but I need that earned Donald dominance, man. Teams got to account for that. They already know he's going to affect the game somehow, some way. Either it's going to be via running game or via passing game. He's going to affect it somehow, some way. The same way Fletcher Cox did us, last week when we played Philly. So your stars step up. That's why I say we don't have stars on our team. We don't have players on our team like the Dallas Cowboys. You You got Parsons over there. You already know he's gonna cause havoc on the game. He's gonna change the dynamic of the game at some point in the game. They got another boy on the offense, CeeDee Lamb. He's gonna do something to change the dynamic of the game. Who do we have that can change the dynamics of the game? Who? On defense or offense? Hell, our punter even punting low balls out there, and then our kicker missing kicks, field goals that we need. We don't have nobody on our team that we can hang our hat on, and they be like, man, give me the damn ball. Terry need to start saying that. I don't know if he's doing it or not, but he needs to say, man, give me the damn ball. Give me the damn ball. And I said it before about the running game. You can't run shit if you ain't got an offensive line. Yeah, B-Rob may get you 2-3 yards, 4 yards, sometimes 10 yards here and there. But consistently, to me, just to me. And leave it in the comments if you disagree. To me, B-Rob is not an every down back. That's just my opinion. He's not. He's not an every down back. I still think we should have that elusive back. We don't have an elusive back. We don't. We just don't. We don't have an elusive back. We got power backs, and then we got a back that's converted from wide receiver into a running back. But we don't have that elusive back, that back to where as though you can give him the rock 25 times. He's going to come out of there between 95 to 115 yards per game. We don't have that back. We got backups. B-Rob is a backup. He's a number 2. He's not a number 1. I'm sorry. I said it. He's not. That's one reason why we're lacking on offense. They don't fear the running game. They really don't. He's not a number 1 running back. You know what I'm saying? Look at the KC teams. They had Kareem Hunt. They had the other guy. You know what I'm saying? They had people that you had to respect. You had to respect those guys. We don't have no running back that you fear and respect because, shit, Antonio Gibson, they want him to run the ball so they can strip because he's going to give it up. He will give it up. He'll put it on the floor. He'll put it on the grass. Quick. You know, Logan Thomas, tight end. I keep saying the boy Cole Turner is better than him. What Bieniemy keep doing? Keep trotting Logan Thomas out there. Logan Thomas, he's not an elite tight end. He's a serviceable tight end, but he's not elite. And every time I hear these analysts on TV, yeah, they got Logan Thomas, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel, Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson. Come on, man. Other teams looking at that like, really? Y'all praising them? Man, I see teams with little, less talent than that still averaging and still putting up points. We struggle in the first quarters. We getting beat 44-17 in the first quarter this year. That's horrible. And then all of a sudden in the second half, and especially that fourth quarter, we come to light. But by that time, it's damn near too late. And it caught us, and it came back to haunt us against the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. It came back to haunt us. It came back to haunt us. I think Ron Rivera should get fired, man. That's just my take. His ass should get fired ASAP. And Jack Del Rio, send their ass packing. Go that away. That's just my take. And if they're waiting for the end of the season, your fan base is going to dwindle. You better do something to ignite this fan base and get this fan base and let them and trust me. If the fan base see that you not playing around, they're going to still support. But if they see you still trotting out Ron Rivera lackluster ass every single week, you're going to lose the fan base, man. You really are. It's going to be just like it was under Snyder. You're going to have other people, teams, fans coming there and supporting the opponents. It's going to be a laughing stock all over again, man. Because you won't get rid of this coach. You got to get rid of this coach, man. He's hurting us, man. He had 4 years here, man, and his lousy, mediocre records that he put out there. We gave him a pass the first year. Second year, it was like, okay, all right, let's see Okay, well, maybe the third year. Because he came here and he said, oh, we're built to win already. And then he doubled back and said, oh, it's a 2-year plan. Oh, shit. It's been 2 years. It's been 3. Now you're in your 4th year. No. Yeah, you're in your, let me see. Yeah, it's 4th year. You're in his 4th year right now. Same old shit. Mediocrity. You're a mediocre coach, man. You know, you got somewhat talent on your team, but you got the wrong coaching staff. I don't know who your offensive line coach is, or your defensive line coach, or Ryan Kerrigan. Your defense coordinator shit. We know that. Ericbieniemy is still he's proven. He's proven, of course. Yeah, he had Patrick Mahomes, but he had a hand in developing him also. So I kind of trust in Ericbieniemy. I want to give Ericbieniemy another opportunity. Without this fucking coaching staff, I want Ericbieniemy to be the head coach, running shit. I want to see how that looks. Give him a 1-year trial. Fire Ron Rivera. Insert Ericbieniemy while the season is still young, and see what we can string together. Get rid of Jack Del Rio. Promote one of those guys that's on defense already, whoever that may be, as the D coordinator. You still got Rex Ryan sitting out there. Still got his brother. Anybody but goddamn Jack Del Rio. This guy refuses to blitz. I think if we blitz more, we would have stopped Justin Fields for doing all that running shit. And hell, you don't even have a spy. Jamin Davis could have been your spy. You could have double more. And then you don't double team the team's best players. You don't try to take away the team's best players. You don't force teams to try to beat you with other players. I don't understand you, Jack Del Rio. It's like you're a stubborn guy. You're stubborn as hell, man. You just like your defense. You know what I'm saying? Bend but don't break. You don't break for shit, man. You stay stubborn. You don't even try nothing new, man. You're just like, it's my scheme. It worked in Denver. Man, trash that bullshit. It didn't work in Oakland. That's why your ass got fired. Trash that garbage, man. Adjust. Take away the team's best player. Put 2 people on him. Double his ass. Bracket him. Do something. Don't just play man and you play that stupid ass zone shit all the time, man. But you're not getting home. You're not getting pressure. So how you going to play zone when you're not getting pressure? When you give a quarterback 4 to 5 seconds to decipher your defense, he's going to dissect it. He's going to find somebody open. You take away you take away 2 seconds, and a lot of those balls are incomplete. A lot of those balls probably would have got intercepted because you're not blitzing. The 4 guys is not getting home. You got to bring extra pressure. You can't just let quarterbacks sit back there and pick you apart. You can't do that, Jack Del Rio. These quarterbacks, you saw what Buffalo Bills quarterback did to you. You saw what the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback did to you. You saw what the Denver Broncos quarterback did to you. You even saw what the Arizona Cardinals quarterback did to you. And then you just saw what the Chicago Bears quarterback did to you. It's telling you something, brother. You're giving these quarterbacks too much time. And you're only sending 4. These guys dropping back. I don't see nobody 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, run. They eating up our defense, man. We got 2 slow guys in the middle. 2 guys that swing too far out on the outside because they trying to get their sacks so they can get paid. It's just a total flush, man. At this point, just go ahead and let Montez and Chase Young go and utilize that money to fix that offensive line. And let's try to work on this offense, man. Let's try to draft some defensive linemen in the draft, along with some offensive linemen in the draft. Let's go with the trenches right now. That's what we need the most help at. You know, the secondary guys, and we definitely need to draft a linebacker or sign a free agent linebacker. It's one of the two, man. Change that defensive scheme. Go to a 4-3. Because that nickel shit that you're doing, Jack Del Rio, it's not cutting it, brother. It really isn't. Cody Barton is not it. Jamin Davis, God bless his soul, he's trying, but he's just not good enough. Maybe he'll go somewhere else and shine, because that's how some players do. They go somewhere else and they shine. But he's not shining here. We got to do something, man. Because this shit ain't it right here. This is not it. This is not cutting it at all on a pro level. To get beat 40-20 at home in front of a sellout crowd by the terrible Chicago Bears. It's embarrassing. Somebody should have gotten fired today. And I know the fans they say, "Oh man, that's why you're a fan. That's why you don't own the team, because you don't make sound decisions, man. You got to let it play out." Man, we let it play out for 4 years, man, with Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio. That tandem does not work. It does not work. It's time to fucking move on. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's time to move on. Those two guys are not cutting it. And I hope they see this video, because they're not cutting it. You guys are not cutting it. Jack Del Rio, Ron Rivera, you guys got to go. Period, point blank. Next year, we start off fresh, with ericbieniemy, Sam Howell, get some offensive linemen up in here, get a true running back up in here, let Antonio Gibson go. Curtis Samuel, bye-bye. Let's get a real stud wide receiver up in here to help out Terry McLaurin. And Jahan Dotson, because I think Jahan Dotson right now is a number 2. At first I said he was a 1A, 1B. Nope. He's a number 2. He's a number 2 wide receiver, possibly number 3. Because you said out of your mouth that you was gonna have a big season this year. You got it figured out now. You understand the game now. You got 1 year experience on your belt. You know what you're doing now. That's what you said out your mouth. So far, you haven't done shit. Period, point blank. I'm calling a spade, man. No one gets off the hook this game, bro. After a performance like this, no one is safe from me right now. None of those players. I'm calling out everybody. The whole team looked like shit. Coaching staff got horribly outcoached. Ron Rivera, that's nothing new. Ron Rivera stays getting outcoached by other coaches. It could be a new head coach that never coached a day in his life. Just got handed the job. And he will outcoach Ron Rivera. You can, Miss King, who coaches on our staff, the running backs coach, you can put her on the opposing team. You can have her run the scout team against our starters. And she can outcoach Ron Rivera. That's how putrid Ron Rivera has been since he's been here. And that COVID year, man, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth now. That COVID year, 7-9, that's because the NFC East was horrible. Just imagine if one of those teams would have won 8 games. We wouldn't have been in the playoffs. That's how horrible that division was. If one of those teams would have won 8 games, we wouldn't have made the playoffs. That's saying something. Somebody had to win it. Somebody had to go to the playoffs. And it was us. But that very next year, it was a different ball game. It was back to reality. Couldn't even beat the Giants when we needed it to. 2 times to beat them. Couldn't beat them. Yeah, we was injury plagued and all that the very next year after that. Yeah, we was injury plagued. So we gave him a pass on that. But last year, you wasn't injury plagued. Then you said, "Oh, the difference is when somebody said something about why the other NFC East teams winning and you guys, well, those guys have a quarterback." Well, Ron, you picked the fucking quarterback. You picked Carson Wentz, and you sold us on Carson Wentz. We did all the study. We talked to all the people. We talked to his coaches and all. You know what, Ron? I've heard enough. You almost worse than Jay Gruden. You're right up there with Jay Gruden. But hell, Jay Gruden, if he had this offense, whoo-wee, oh my goodness. If Jay Gruden had this offense, we'll be humming. And I'm talking about before Eric Bieniemy, the last year's team. If Jay Gruden would have had that squad last year, we'd have been putting up about 25 points a game, easy. Then you went with Scott Turner over O'Connell. You see how that worked out? You know what? With that being said, I'm gonna end this video, man. I can't go. I can go on for days and days and days. Anyway, if you like what you heard, please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to tune into the next episode and hit that notification button also, guys, so you can see my content when it appears. I appreciate you guys. Nothing without you. Peace.